ITF for cutting off my entire family after they took my cheating wife's side. Throwaway, because my family stalks my main. Long story incoming. I'm a 35M, and for most of my adult life, I've been the successful one in my family. I didn't grow up rich, far from it. My parents struggled, my siblings never really found stable jobs, and somehow I became the de facto provider, despite being the youngest. I make good money in IT, nothing insane, but enough that helping out with small things never bothered me. It started with covering my mom's medication, then I helped my brother fix his car, just this once. Then I let my sister and her kids stay with me until she got back on her feet. She stayed 8 months. You get it. At some point, my bank account became a revolving door with a family nameplate on it, but I didn't mind too much. I had a good job, a house, and a wife I loved. Anna, 33F. At least, I thought I did. The cheating. This whole mess started 3 months ago. Anna had been acting weird, guarding her phone, staying late at work, suddenly going to the gym at 9 p.m. She hates exercising. I wasn't suspicious at first. We'd been together 7 years, married for 4. I trusted her. One night she left her laptop open on the kitchen counter. I swear I wasn't snooping, but a notification popped up, an email preview. Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you. My stomach dropped, so hard I thought I'd pass out. I clicked it, then I clicked more, and what I found shattered me. Emails, messages, plans, pictures, hotel confirmations. She'd been cheating on me for almost 6 months with a coworker, a guy she always said was annoying, a guy I'd shaken hands with at her company picnic. I confronted her that night. She denied, then cried, then confessed, then told me it was because she felt neglected. I felt like she had reached inside my chest and crushed something vital. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I just told her to leave the house for the night and we'd figure things out later. Where the real betrayal starts. I called my mom because she's always been my person. At least I thought she was. I told her what happened, voice shaking, expecting comfort. Instead, she sighs and goes, "Well, you work a lot. Maybe she got lonely." I thought I misheard. Then she followed up with, "Don't do anything drastic. Marriage is hard. You need to forgive her. Forgive her. Forgive the 6 months of betrayal." I called my sister. She said something similar. Women don't cheat for fun. They cheat because something's missing. I asked if everyone in the damn family had lost their minds, and she told me not to be dramatic. But the worst came from my brother. He actually said, "Bro, be smart. If you divorce her, she might take half your stuff." Not one person in my family asked if I was okay. Not one asked how I felt. Not one expressed anger at what she did. Instead, they babied her, sympathized with her, and made excuses for her. Apparently, after I confronted her, she called them crying, told them she made a mistake, and that I was overreacting. And my family, who I'd supported financially for years, decided she was the victim, cutting them off. 2 days later, I went to my parents' house to talk, hoping face-to-face would help. Nope. I walked in to see Anna sitting on my mom's couch, drinking tea, while my sister rubbed her shoulder like a grieving widow. When they saw me, everyone got quiet, like I was the intruder. My mom actually said, "We're trying to help her through this tough time." Tough time? Tough time? I told them she cheated on me. They said she owned up to it. I said she lied for months. They said everyone makes mistakes. I said I wasn't sure if I could ever trust her again. And my mom said, "Then you need therapy, because holding grudges only hurts you." That was the moment something cold and sharp snapped inside me. I left. I blocked them all, every single one. And then I cut off all money. No more paying for my mom's prescriptions. No more monthly loans to my brother. No more helping my sister with rent. No more free babysitting. No more gas money. No more grocery money. No more bailing anyone out, ever. I sent one group message. "Since you've made it clear you're on her side and not mine, she can support you financially from now on. Good luck." Then I blocked them everywhere. The fallout, the explosion was nuclear. New numbers started calling me. Emails. Cousins I haven't spoken to in years are messaging me on Facebook. One of them said my mother was crying because her insulin wasn't paid for. She absolutely can afford it. She just preferred MY money. They all called me heartless, a failed husband, ungrateful, sensitive, petty, cruel, all because I refused to financially support people who sided with MY cheating wife. Anna eventually moved out. She tried to reconcile, but the sight of her made my skin crawl. I filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. My lawyer says it should be straightforward. We have no kids. House is in my name alone. I've been living alone since. The silence is loud but peaceful. For the first time in years, my money stays mine. My house stays mine. My life stays mine. But still, some nights I wonder if I went too far cutting everyone off. Not the divorce, that's non-negotiable, but the family part. So, Reddit. ATF for cutting off my family after they took my cheating wife's side. Update. AITF for cutting off my family after they took my cheating wife's side. The guilt tripping begins. It started about a week after I cut them off. I was at work when my coworker told me someone was waiting for me in the lobby. I thought maybe it was my lawyer or a package. Nope, it was my sister, holding her toddler on her hip and crying like she was auditioning for an award. Before I could even say anything, she launched into it. How could you do this to us? We're family. People were staring. I tried to move her outside, but she kept going, louder. She said she couldn't pay rent without my help, said her kids were suffering, said I was punishing innocent children because I was butthurt over a mistake. I told her cheating for 6 months wasn't a mistake. She rolled her eyes and said, "Stop acting like you're the only man who's ever been cheated on." That one hit me like a bat to the ribs. Security eventually guided her out, because she wouldn't stop yelling. I felt like I'd been hit by a truck the rest of the day. I didn't unblock her. Then came my brother. He showed up 2 days later, pounding on my door like he was being chased by the government. When I opened the door a crack, he shoved his foot in the way. "You're seriously gonna let mom go without her medication because your wife got some side duh?" I slammed the door so hard it shook the hallway. He kept yelling through it for 10 minutes before I called the cops. Again, I didn't unblock him. And then, my mom. She didn't come in person. She sent a long email that honestly messed me up more than the yelling. She said she was disappointed in me, said she raised me better than to hold grudges, said she didn't raise a quitter. Anna said she made one mistake and I was being cold and vindictive. Then she said this: "Your wife needed compassion and you abandoned her. I would never abandon your father like that. My dad cheated on her twice when I was a kid." 7-year-old me remembers her crying in the dark. Now she's telling me she understands Anna because women stray when they feel unloved. It was like reading a stranger's words in my mother's handwriting. At the end of the email, she wrote, "Fix this. Come home and talk to us." Against my better judgment, I decided fine, one last conversation, one last attempt, one last chance for them to act like a family. Not because they deserved it, but because I needed closure. The final confrontation. I drove to my parents' house last Sunday. When I pulled up, I saw all of them there. My mom, my sister, my brother, my dad, even my aunt. And sitting at the kitchen table, like she belonged there, Anna, I almost turned around and walked back out. But I stayed. My mom started talking immediately, using that soft, "I'm the victim here" tone. "Honey, we're all hurting, let's just talk." I sat down but didn't say a word. Then the real reason for the ambush came out. They wanted me to take Anna back, because according to them, it would restore the family. My sister actually said, "We all invested time in this marriage. You don't just throw that away." I looked at her like she'd grown another head. My brother added, "Be a man. You don't leave your wife just because she got bored." My mom said, "If you loved her, you'd work through it." And Anna, God, she sat there crying quietly, whispering, "I made a mistake, I miss you." I let them finish. Let them talk over each other. Let them blame me, pressure me, guilt trip me, and then I stood up. My voice was shaking, but not from fear, from rage I'd been swallowing for weeks. I told them everything. I said, "You didn't lose me because I'm divorcing her. You lost me because not one of you gave a damn about me." My mom opened her mouth, but I kept going. I told them how I was the one betrayed, how I was the one lied to, I was the one humiliated. I was the one who found 6 months worth of emails and hotel receipts while everyone hugged the woman who cheated on me. I told them, "You don't want me happy. You want me to be useful." My sister tried to interrupt, but I shut her down. "You don't need me. You need my wallet." My brother stood up and yelled, but I was done being quiet. I said, "I spent years taking care of all of you. I was the ATM, the babysitter, the chauffeur, the crisis hotline, and the one time I needed support, you sided with the person who destroyed my marriage." My mom started crying, saying, "We were just trying to keep the family together." I snapped. This family was together because of my money. Silence. Even Anna stopped crying. Then I said the final line, "This is the last time you will ever see me. Not because of her cheating, but because of your betrayal." I walked out. My mom chased me to the driveway, begging me to not do this. I didn't look back. Aftermath. I've been blocking every unfamiliar number. My aunt tried contacting a coworker of mine. Blocked. My mom dropped off a letter at my door. Shredded. My sister made a Facebook post calling me heartless, reported and blocked. And for the first time in my entire life, I feel free. There's grief. Yeah, but it's a clean grief. Not that rotting kind you get from pretending everything's fine. My lawyer says the divorce is going smoothly. Anna sent one last email apologizing for making things worse. I didn't respond. I'm slowly rebuilding, quietly, alone, but okay. Update 2, Aitia for cutting off my family after they sided with my cheating wife. Part 3, when the money stops, the truth comes out. It's been about a month since the final confrontation. My house is quiet. Too quiet sometimes, but free of chaos. And in that silence, the words started getting back to me. Turns out, removing myself wasn't the explosion. I was the support beam holding up a collapsing house. Without me, the whole structure started falling apart. My sister's life starts crumbling. Remember how she said she couldn't pay rent without my help? Well, she wasn't lying. A mutual friend, someone who thinks my sister is dramatic and quietly sends me updates, told me what happened. Within 3 weeks of me cutting her off, she missed her rent payment, her landlord gave her a notice. She tried calling my mom for help. My mom said she doesn't have that kind of money. Apparently, she fully believed I would cave and come running back. When I didn't, she tried to guilt trip her own ex into helping. He told her no. Now she's moved into my parents' spare bedroom with her 2 kids. And here's the kicker. She had to start working again. A full-time job, the horror. My friend told me she complains non-stop about having to work like a dog and that this is all my fault. All because I stopped funding her life. My brother's consequences hit hard. He relied on me the most. Car repairs, tickets, random emergencies, fun money disguised as loans. Without me, his luck ran out faster than I expected. Here's what I heard. His car broke down, he couldn't afford to fix it. He started missing shifts. He got written up, then fired. He apparently ranted to everyone that I ruined his life. Not the drinking, not the lack of savings, not refusing to take overtime because I'm not a wage slave. Nope. My not paying for his car repairs was the downfall of civilization. He's now living at my parents' house too. 3 adults, 2 kids, tiny old house, no room, no privacy, no peace. Karma put her feet up and poured herself a drink. My mom finally hits reality. My mom always acted like the money I sent her was extra or nice to have. No, she depended on it far more than she admitted. She couldn't keep pretending once. Her electric bill got behind, her medication bill went up. My brother and sister moved back in. Groceries doubled. Utilities doubled. My dad's hours got cut at work. She called one of my coworkers to pass a message to me. Coworker said she sounded exhausted and embarrassed. The message? Please come home, we need to talk. I didn't respond. The message from my aunt was the bombshell. My aunt, one of the only sane ones, emailed me privately. Her exact line, "They're learning what life without you is like." Then she told me everything. My parents' house is chaos. My sister cries every night. My brother is angry and useless. My mom is overwhelmed. My dad avoids everyone, and everyone is blaming each other. But the part that hit me hardest, they are finally admitting they treated you horribly. Not publicly, not to me, but at least privately, they're seeing the truth. My aunt said my mom cried and admitted he was the only stable one. We pushed him away. My sister apparently snapped back. Well, tell him you're sorry. Mom refused, because pride is cheaper than accountability. And Anna, since people ask. My aunt said Anna tried reaching out to my mom again, but with my sister and brother back home, things changed. My sister apparently told her, "We lost him because of you." My brother said, "Go cry to the guy you cheated with." Even my mom avoided her. Her affair partner dumped her once things got complicated. She moved out of her apartment and is living with a coworker for now. She sent me a final email saying she feels like the universe is punishing her. I didn't reply. The final line, my aunt said, hit me hard. She wrote, "Your family isn't angry at you. They're angry because they relied on you more than they admitted, and now they have to stand on their own legs. And then, don't come back unless they apologize. Truly apologize. Not for the money, for how they treated you." I don't think that apology is coming. My family is many things, but humble isn't one of them. And honestly, for the first time in my 35 years, I'm starting to understand peace.